My interest was biology, and I picked up Australia to come. In June 1954, I forget the exact date. See, a lot of my friends had gone to English universities, London or Edinburgh, or to America and so on. But these two countries were I was least interested in. So I thought I might try Australia. So I wrote a letter to Sydney University, the Department of Zoology, if they would have me. I mean, we didn't know about the climate of Australia. So I had plenty of warm clothes because I thought it's going to be a cold country. And then my very important things, of course, with me were my musical instruments. So I had a violin, which was given to me by my father before he passed away. And then I also brought sarod with me, because at that time sarod was very new to me. So I brought these two instruments with me. That's the violin and the sarod. And of course some flutes, because going back, my musical career when I was 5 years old, that's when I started, and I was playing the flute at that time. So it's gradually from flute. When I went to high school, I started to play the violin. 47 was a very crucial period for me in my life, and also a lot of people my age, because it was partition of India, because I was 15 years old then. And that year we had to stay home because we couldn't get out. All the schools were closed and the universities were closed. So a lucky thing happened is that I found a teacher who was an expert in sitar. In that year is very crucial for me too, because he put me onto the right path. The hardest thing for me was to get adjusted to the food. I sometimes had to fill up with just drinking milk. And of course we couldn't afford to go to the Chinese restaurant every day. So slowly I got on to fish and chips. So they were the cheapest and the best food I discovered. You know, they'll fill you up with a lot of, I remember even it used to be 1 and 3pence they should have, wherever all these shops. I remember they were they were owned by Greeks, and all they charged was 1 and 3pence. So I learned to say 1 and 3pence. I was brought up in Rangoon, and we spoke almost 3 languages, or rather 4. There was English, we did it at a school, and the Punjabi was at home, and amongst the public was Hindustani. And with the Burmese people, it was Burmese language, you see. So I thought I was quite equipped for Australia, but I was quite shocked when I used to go to the shops and to buy something. People looked at me as if I was a dumb person. And I think it's mainly because they'd never seen a Sikh with a turban and beard before, you know. But so they used to think that I couldn't speak English, and it was a bit of a disappointment and a shock to me. I said, you know, this person is talking to me in sign language, you know, like 2 or 4, you know, like this. It was very, I mean, I was disappointed about that. It used to make me very nervous. Traveling particularly in public transports. You know, the moment I'll try to board a bus, I had all the people staring at me. And of course, that also had overcome slowly. But that little bit, even today, hasn't gone very much, I'm afraid. I mean, I've made my home here, no doubt about that. It is also my home. Apart from India, it's very difficult to forget India, I think. The other aspect, my music aspect, I sometimes look back, I think about it, that would not have been possible. Because I was able to associate it with people like, when I came here, like Shrimati Sharanrani, and then a few years later, Pandit Ravi Shankar ji came. These things maybe would not have been possible in India, because to approach a big artist like Ustad Ali Akbar Khan and Pandit Ravi Shankar would have been beyond me at that time. In this country, that I really became Indian. My Indian identity has come up here. So whatever that is, I feel absolutely very, very Indian in me, that I'm part of India. Because Australia helped me. This is where I found the big libraries. I was so confused at one stage about Sikhism, and I used to go to the public library to read about Sikhism, because no doubt I was born in a Sikh household, but that meant nothing, because I was trying to pass my exams in zoology and botany and chemistry and physics and maths and so on. But we never learned the depths of the Sikh religion, which I learned here. I'm a member of the Australian Institute of Religious Studies, and that has also brought up my Sikh in me has also come up in this country.